Hey, welcome back to the Cardsmiths. Max here. Today we're going to be doing a quick Kickstarter preview here for the Root the Marauder expansion. We have a bit of Root content on the channel. As of now, just the two videos, I believe, are core set unboxing and our Riverfolk expansion unboxing. This is just something I wanted to cover quickly. As you can see here, there's only 67 hours left to go in the Kickstarter, so wanted to quickly make this video, throw it up on the channel. If you're someone who's interested in Root, definitely go check it out. And yeah, just wanted to do this while the Kickstarter is still going, because I know there's been situations where there's been a game and I've just came across it after the Kickstarter has ended, and that can kind of suck. So when you just like, oh, this is awesome, it looks really cool, I just unfortunately missed the Kickstarter. Yeah, so making this video, if you're one of those people who is interested in Root, yeah, just so that this is something on your radar, something to go check out. And yeah, I want to make this video now while there's still 67 hours left to go, so if you see it within the first couple days up on the channel here, first few days up on the channel here really, you'll at least have the opportunity to go back this project if you want to. So yeah, trying to keep this video a bit shorter, so without further ado, let's jump in. The project's already been funded, so that's not going to be something you're going to have to worry about here. I believe it met its goal on the first day actually, so yeah, as you can see here, over $2 million Canadian, which is which is a lot of money. So yeah, project's definitely been funded. Its goal was right here, 124,000 Canadian. So yeah, it's safe to say it surpassed that. Yeah, 19,000 backers, 67 hours to go, like I said. So yeah, if you're watching this video and you're not familiar with Root, actually, sorry, we have 3 Root videos on our channel. The first one is actually just introducing the game. So I'll throw a link to that video in the description here. If this is something you're at all interested in, I recommend go checking out that first video, where it's just like a 10-minute video. We tell you about what Root is, what type of game it is, the theme, what's going on, and yeah, just sort of a general overview of the game, the theme. And yeah, so I recommend going to check that out if you're interested in this. Yeah, again, like I said, link in the description. And yeah, if you've gone and watched that and you're back, or if you don't care for that, let's keep going here. So yeah, this is just a video here. I'll put a link to the Kickstarter in the description below as well. You can go watch that if you'd like to. So here's the cover of the game here. So the Marauder expansion, it's an expansion designed to shore up some of the balance of Root, in particularly the 2-player game. Right now they're only being 3 like very militant factions, with which being the Mechanical Marquets, the cats, the Uri Dynasty, the birds, not Corvid birds, and the Great Underground Duchy, which is the moles. So this is adding 2 here. It's adding the I believe it's the Seekers of Iron, they're called, which are like the badgers, and the Warlord, which is the rats. So yeah, this is going to add a lot more matchups to your 2-player games. If you're someone who really likes Root, or if you're someone who's looking for a new 2-player board game, maybe you grab the Root base set and the Marauder expansion here, and you can have a good experience with that, I imagine. Yeah, and yeah, like I said, if you're someone who likes Root, but you're generally playing it 2-player, this is definitely something that I would recommend checking out. So yeah, it just says here, return to the world of Root with the Marauder expansion, raise the woodland to the ground as the fearsome lord of the hundreds, or recover precious relics from this destructive conflict as, oh sorry, it's actually the Keepers in Iron. Okay, I had a feeling it might be, but I went with Seekers because they're seeking out relics, so it seemed more fitting. But anyways, explore dozens of faction combinations. I guess they're trying to keep the relic, well, I don't know. Anyways, Explore dozens of faction combinations, including many new head-to-head matchups with the hirelings and advanced setup cards. New and experienced players have never had so many ways to enjoy Root. So, yeah, that's the other thing going on here, is the hirelings that it's adding. So a complaint that I've heard about Root currently is that it doesn't have really the best, like, built-in catch-up mechanic. So if you're playing especially maybe a game with more players, or even 2 players, and 1 player starts, I guess this problem might actually be more pronounced in the 2-player game. I haven't actually played Root 2-player. I haven't played it much, actually, to be completely honest. Just one time. I enjoyed it. I'd like to get it to the table more. Yeah, it's fun. And yeah, that was a 3-player game I played. But yeah, something that I've heard people say about Root is that once a player falls behind, or even a fair amount behind, it's really difficult up to, if not, well, not impossible, but it's very difficult for them to catch up with a player who's far ahead points-wise. So the hirelings are just something they're designed to address this. I believe they provide extra help to the factions who are struggling. You can see the bear here. There's a hireling. I believe these are hirelings as well. So yeah, you can see the pieces here. Yeah, but yeah, again, just to finish touching on the hirelings, I think that's great that they're adding a bit more of a catch-up mechanic. I think that'll make the games a lot more engaging for the players who are behind when they feel they have a bit more of an opportunity to come back in the game. So, yeah, that's really cool. I think that's great. The hirelings are something that that really interests me with this expansion. I think that's adding a lot, and I think that's something that will really enhance the game, honestly. I think the Keepers in Iron look really cool too. I like the Badgers, their whole theme of hunting. They're like foreigners coming to the woodland, and they're not even coming for militant purposes, but they're trying to extract all the rare relics, and they're like relic hunters, and just the entire theme of that faction is something which is super cool to me. So yeah, big fan of the Badgers there. I know a lot of people are excited about the Warlord and the Rats as well. So anyway, the first pledge you can make is, and yeah, this is in Canadian, is, or perhaps this is not. Let's see. So it's actually American dollars. And yeah, so this is 50 American. And you're getting, with this first pledge, you're getting $80 value, $80 American value. Keep in mind, though, that you are paying the shipping costs. And I watched another Kickstarter preview video on this, and over at Board Game Co., and he made a great point about value, and that yeah, by the time you're paying those extra shipping costs, if value is something you're looking for out of this, just, yeah, bear that in mind, that those are costs you wouldn't have to pay if you wait for it to hit retail and you just go grab it at your local store. So something to keep in mind anyway. But yeah, it is 50 American here, total $80 value, but then you will be paying shipping. So this is for the Marauder expansion. Expand your game with 2 new factions and exciting new gameplay options for 2 or more players to explore. Yeah, like we talked about here, the Keepers in Iron and the Lord of the Hundreds. Then the hirelings, you get the like the cat hireling here. So actually, never mind. You actually get 12 of them, which is more than I appreciated that we're coming with this, actually. So yeah, that's cool there. You actually do get 12 of those. You get 5 of the Last Dynasty and Royal Bearing, the eerie kind of hireling here. Spring Uprising and Rabbit Hood. I don't know if that's good. You get an Uprising die here, so it will be interesting to see what that does. Looks cool. And 6 Uprisings. So yeah, the Woodland Alliance theme here of the repressed creatures rising up, like the partisans and partisan warfare, they're pretty awesome. So I like the dice here too. It's something different. And yeah, so this one you get 1, and it's the Outcast and the Bandit, and it's a big bear, so quite neat. You get a flotilla here. Oh yeah, so now these are the Riverfolk hirelings, which is the 20 of the dollars of what they're saying is $80 value you're getting here. And you get the Riverfolk Flotilla and Swim Instructor. That's a funny looking piece. Lizard Cult, much loved by some Lizard Cult. I certainly enjoy these guys. Haven't gotten to play with them yet, but that's on the bucket list for sure. And this looks awesome. So, Warm Sun Prophets. These guys are just something else. And Outreach Specialist. You get 4 of those. And then you also get the Rowdy Crowd and Devoted Crowd. So you get 4 of these. This is new and different, so pretty cool. Then the last $10 of value, which they're referring to in the 80 here. So 50 is the game there. Then 20 is those Riverfolk hirelings. And then 10 is the Landmarks pack. Explore and conquer new landmarks that can be added to any of Root's 4 maps. Build your empire among the treetops or fight for control of the black market. Ooh, I like the sound of that. And yeah, these are cool looking pieces. So that's $10 of the value there of the 80 they say that you get. Moving on to the next pledge level, that is $80 American for a total of $130 value American value. This you're getting everything that was just shown above, but in addition to that, you're getting the like Underworld hirelings here. So you're getting the Sunward Expedition of Mole Artisans, 8 warriors, 3 tunnels. These guys, these fellows here, ladies as well, and the Raven Spies and Corvid Companions. So 6 warriors, 1 scheme die. Again, cool new. You're getting a new dice there. I like the sound of that. And 5 schemes. So that's pretty awesome. And Traveling Band and Acrobats. You get 5 of these. Oh, I definitely like the look of this one. The Protector and the Alistair, 1 large pawn. So get that. Vault Keepers and Badger Bodyguards. So the Keepers in Iron here coming with their hirelings as well. 6 warriors, 5 vaults. And the Flame Bearers and Rat Ravagers. You get 6 of those. Finally, moving on to, yes, this is the final pledge level here. So this is a pledge of $110 American. You're getting $170 value. This is adding the Clockwork expansion too. So if you're someone who's interested in solo play for Root, this is certainly something that I would recommend checking out. Check out the first Clockwork expansion as well. So this one adds the Clockwork expansion 2, which contains automated versions of the 4 Riverfolk and Underworld factions. Also, it contains new trait cards to spice up the factions from the first Clockwork expansion. To use this product, you must have the Underworld and or Riverfolk expansions. Yeah, it requires the Underfolk or Riverfolk expansions. So yeah, this is a big caveat here. Keep that in mind for sure. Yeah, if you don't have either of those and you're interested in solo play Root, I recommend just going core set and the first Clockwork expansion. That's gonna be the way. I'm gonna say better because cheaper, and you're gonna be able to experience it solo. See if it's something that you enjoy, and then if it is, you can decide whether you want to dive further in and grab the Underworld and or Riverfolk with the second Clockwork expansion. But yeah, unless you know that that's something you already really like, and you don't already have the Underworld and Riverfolk, I would just say I wouldn't go for this pledge level. Yeah, unless you know that this is something you like, and I would say just try out that first Clockwork expansion with your core set and see if it's something that you really like before shelling out the money on this one when it requires you to have other expansions as well, so it's going to be much more expensive. Finally, the new content. You got a description of the Keepers and Iron here. If you're interested, you could go read that. Again, link in the video description below, so feel free to check all these out. Lord of the Hundreds, the Hirelings. So whether you're playing with 2 players or 6, the Hirelings are sure to offer you exciting new ways to play Root. So you can throw these into any number or any player number games that you are playing. You get the land. There we go. You get the landmarks here as well. Add-ons. Then there's some first impressions here by content creators, so you can read through those if you want to. And there's a nice section here for new to Root. So if you are new to Root, you just happened upon this video and this is completely new to you, this is the section for you, so absolutely go check that out. Finally, there's Root Tribute, print and play stuff. If you want to just dive right in and start trying these for yourself, you already have the base game for Root, discussion on shipping. Here's the monthly timeline. So this is important. I will fly through this quick. So early April, the backer kit opens, then summer development completed. June, backer kit closes and shipping charged. July to October is the factory production. Final address changes due in November, and the fulfillment is January 2022. So, in regards to how much earlier you get this than retail, it does retail in the spring of 2022. So you're not getting it way in advance, like that much earlier than you would be if you grab it at retail. So that is something else to keep in mind. It's not a massive discrepancy in time here. Now, this isn't a specific date, it's just spring 2022, so that could encompass kind of a fairly sizable range, and we'll see where that ends up falling. But again, something to keep in mind. It's not a massive discrepancy here. If you're on the fence about it, maybe you just wait till retail and not worry about the shipping costs. So yeah, just more stuff here, but that is really the end. So again, trying to keep this video a little shorter, so I'll just wrap it up here. But yeah, 67 hours to go. If this is something you're interested in, check out other Root videos, our Root playlist. And yeah, go check out the Kickstarter. Root's it's a fun game. It's an asymmetrical war game, and there's strategy there. There's some depth and complexity. So if you like some of the other like card games on our channel, and you're looking to kind of get into some board games, this is something you might be interested in. So yeah, that wraps it up. If this kind of video is helpful to you, let us know in the comments below. If this is you want to see kind of more of these sort of preview things in the future, something that we can consider doing. So yeah, let us know if this is something you liked, something that was helpful. Hit like, hit subscribe, and yeah, feel free to share your thoughts on this, on the Marauder expansion Kickstarter in the comments below. That wraps everything up. Max with the Cardsmiths, and take care.